Hello friends, welcome to my channel Pharmatech Competitive. So friends, today we will discuss about the term posology and we'll also discuss the factors influencing the dose of drug. With this, we will cover up the topics that is calculation of drug doses by Young's formula and Dilling's formula. So watch the video till the end. It's really an interesting topic. And if you are a new viewer to our channel, do subscribe our channel for more such video lectures. So let us start the video. The word posology is derived from the Greek words posos meaning how much and logos meaning science. So posology is a branch of medical science which deals with the dose or quality of drugs which can be administered to a patient to get the desired pharmacological actions. The dose of drugs cannot be fixed rigidly because there are so many factors which influence the doses. These factors are age, condition of the patient, severity of the disease, tolerance, both natural and acquired, idiosyncrasy, route of administration, formulation used, drug interactions, and rate of elimination. The official doses, that is, which are given in the pharmacopoeia, represent the average range of quantity suitable for adults which administered orally within 24 hours. When other routes of administration are followed, the relevant appropriate dose is given. It is the responsibility of the prescriber regarding the amount of drug to be prescribed or the frequency at which the drug to be administered. But before dispensing any prescription, it becomes the duty of pharmacist to satisfy himself that the overdose has not been prescribed. This can be confirmed either by the prescriber or by the consulting pharmacopoeia. Factors influencing dose. The optimum dose of the drug which produces the desired therapeutic effect varies from person to person, because every individual varies both in the degree and character of the response produced by the drug. Due to this reason, the doses of official preparations of drugs are expressed in the form of the range which gives the therapeutic effect. The dose range is usually based on the average requirements of an adult patient. Following are some of the factors which influence the dose. Age. The pharmacokinetics of many drugs changes with age. So while determining the dose of drug, the age of an individual is of great significance. Children and old people need lesser amount of drug than the normal adult dose because they are unable to excrete drugs to that extent as adults. Children can tolerate relatively larger amount of belladonna, digitalis and ethanol, whereas elderly patients are more sensitive to some drugs' effects. Example: hypnotics and tranquilizers, which may produce confusion state in them. Sex. Women do not always respond to the action of drug in the same manner as it is done in men. Morphine and barbiturates may produce more excitement before the sedation in women. Special care should be taken when the drugs are administered during the menstruation, pregnancy, and lactation. The strong purgatives such as aloes should be avoided during menstruation. Similarly, the drugs which may stimulate the urine, smooth muscles, example drastic purgatives, antimalarial drugs, and ergot alkaloids are contraindicated during pregnancy. There are certain drugs which on administration to the mother are capable of crossing the placenta and affecting the fetus. Example: alcohol, barbiturates, narcotic and non-narcotic analgesics, etc. During lactation, the drugs like antihistamines, morphines and tetracycline, which are excreted in the milk, should be avoided or given very cautiously to the mothers who are breastfeeding their babies. Route of administration. Intravenous doses of drugs are usually smaller than the oral doses because the drugs administered intravenously enter the bloodstream directly. Due to this reason, The onset of drug action is quick with intravenous route, and this might enhance the chances of drug toxicity. The effectiveness of drug formulations is generally controlled by the route of administration. Time of administration. The presence of food in the stomach delays the absorption of drugs. The drugs are more rapidly absorbed from the empty stomach, so the amount of drug which is very effective when taken before meal may not be that much effective when taken during or after the meals. The irritating drugs are better tolerated if administered after meals. Example, iron, arsenic, and cod liver oil should always be given after meals. Environmental factors. Daylight is a stimulant, enhancing the effect of stimulating drugs and diminishing the effect of hypnotics. Darkness is a sedative. Hypnotics are more effective at night. The amount of barbiturate required to produce the sleep during daytime is much higher than the dose required to produce sleep at night. Alcohol is better tolerated in the cool environment than in summer. Emotional factors. The personality and the behavior of a physician may influence the effect of drugs, especially the drugs which are intended for use in the psychosomatic disorder. The females are more emotional than the males and require less dose of certain drugs. Inert dosage forms called placebos, which resemble the actual medication in the physical properties, are known to produce a therapeutic benefit in the diseases like angina pectoris and bronchial asthma. Presence of disease. Drugs like barbiturates and chlorpromazine may produce unusually prolonged effect in patients having liver cirrhosis. Streptomycin is excreted mainly by the kidney, may prove toxic if the kidney of the patient is not working properly. During fever, a patient can tolerate high doses of antipyretics than a normal person. Accumulation. The drugs which are slowly excreted may build up a sufficient high concentration in the body and produce toxic symptoms if it is repeatedly administered for a long time. Example, digitalis, emetine, and heavy metals. This occurs due to the accumulative effect of the drug. The cumulative effects are usually produced by slow excretion, degradation, and rapid absorption of drugs. Sometimes a cumulative effect is desired in drugs like phenobarbital in treatment of epilepsy. Additive effect. When the total pharmacological action of two or more drugs administered together is equivalent to the sum of their individual pharmacological action, the phenomena is known as additive effect. For example, combination of ephedrine and aminophylline in the treatment of bronchial asthma. Antagonism. When the action of one drug is opposed by the other drug on the same physiological system, it is known as drug antagonism. The use of antagonistic response to drug is valuable in the treatment of poisoning. Example, milk of magnesia is given in the acid poisoning where alkaline effect of milk of magnesia neutralizes the effect of acid poisoning, where the adrenaline and acetylcholine are given together. They neutralize the effect of each other due to antagonism because of adrenaline is a vasoconstrictor and acetylcholine is a vasodilator. Idiosyncrasy. An extraordinary response to a drug which is different from its characteristic pharmacological action is called idiosyncrasy. The word idiosyncrasy has now been replaced by the term drug allergy. For example, small quantity of aspirin may cause gastric hemorrhage and a small dose of quinone may produce ringing in the ears. Some persons are sensitive to penicillin and sulfonamide because they produce severe toxic symptoms. Tachyphylaxis. It has been observed that when the certain drugs are administered repeatedly at short intervals, the cell receptors get blocked up and pharmacological response to that particular drug is decreased. The decreased response cannot be reversed by increasing the dose. This phenomenon is known as tachyphylaxis or acute tolerance. For example, ephedrine, when given in repeated doses at short intervals in the treatment of bronchial asthma, may produce very less response due to the tachyphylaxis. Similarly, drugs like amphetamine, cocaine, and nitrates behave in this way. Metabolic disturbances, changes in the water electrolyte balance and acid base balance, body temperature, and other physiological factors may modify the effect of drugs. Salicylate reduce the body temperature only in case of an individual has rise in the body temperature. They have no antipyretic effect if the body temperature is normal. The absorption of iron from GIT is maximum if the individual has an iron deficiency anemia. Calculation of doses. The doses of the drug given represents the average maximum quantity of a drug which can be administered to an adult orally within 24 hours. When other routes of administration are followed, the dose is adjusted accordingly. The doses are also calculated in proportionate to age, body weight, and surface area of the patient. Doses proportionate to age. There are number of methods by which the dose for the child can be calculated from the adult dose. Young's formula. Dose for the child equals to age in years upon age in years plus 12 into adult dose. The formula is used for calculating the dose for the children under 12 years of age. Dilling's formula. Dose of a child equals to age in years upon 20 into adult dose. The formula is used for calculating the doses of children between 4 to 20 years of age. This formula is considered better because it is easier and quick to calculate the dose. Doses proportionate to body weight. Clark's formula is used to calculate the dose for the child according to the body weight. Doses for the child equals to child's weight in kg upon 70 into adult dose. Dose is proportionate to surface area. The calculation for child dose according to the surface area is more satisfactory and appropriate rather than method based on age. The method is more complicated than the method based on age. The method is based on the following formula. Percentage of adult dose equals to surface area of child upon surface area of adult into 100. The body surface area is calculated from the height and weight of the child. It is better to depend on a handy reference book rather than on one's memory while prescribing a dose for a child. Determination of children's dose from the adult dose on the basis of body surface area is given in the chart. It can be read as 2 kg weight, 0.15 square meters of surface area should be given 9% of adult dose. Rest of the weights and surface areas are given with respect to the percentage of adult dose approximately. So in semester examination, the question that can be asked based on this topic is define term posology, discuss the various factors which affect the dose of medicine for 10 marks, and second one is describe various methods which are used in the calculation of dosage of the drug in small children. So the answer should be inclusive of all the points that we have discussed in the video. In competitive examination, the questions on this topic can be asked like the drugs are more rapidly absorbed from the dash stomach, A full, B half full, C empty, and D after milk. So the correct answer is option C, empty stomach. Next question that can be asked is salicylate reduce the body temperature only in case an individual has dash in the temperature. A fall, B decrease, C normal, and D rise. So the correct option is option D, rise. So here we conclude our topic posology from pharmaceutics. So do subscribe our channel. Thank you.